Hi, I'm Conor Sharp. I'm here in Ethiopia, seeing how millions of people live their lives differently to how they do in England. We've played loads of football since we've been here. Everyone supports Premiership teams. Well, almost everyone. One person supported Ipswich Town. We've seen extreme riches, but yards away, disgusting poverty. We met this young boy called Alam. He invited us into his house and he told us that he had 8 brothers and sisters, 4 to a bed. Both of his parents had died and he wanted to give his most treasured possession to me, a Ronaldinho football card. Of course I couldn't accept it. It seems the poorer you get, the more generous you are. I hope this short film will help you understand the differences between how they live here and in the UK, and how lucky we are and how we need to speak out for the poor. CRED support a local organisation, IHA UDP, who put 2,000 of the poorest children through school. Me and Zack and our dads are especially involved with the children who have special needs. The kids were showing us their excellent artwork, which they were really proud of. Our dads, James and Paul, are taking a team of 17 young people from England to work with 30 or 40 children and young people with special needs, and so they had lots of plans for that trip. I was really interested in this. Instead of having their names by their pegs, each child chose a symbol which represented them. A book, a chicken, a leaf, or even a smart bow tie. It's a clever way of the kids identifying themselves when they struggle with reading and writing. This is the workshop for older teenagers with special needs. Without this place, there would be little hope or future for these guys. The teachers there were amazing. They are hardly ever noticed by anyone, yet were always smiling. When we visited, they were doing some moves. Good old Kylie, she gets everywhere. We just can't get her out of our heads. Of course, Zack and I didn't join in. What do you expect? Boys never dance a disco.
Types of lessons with different teachers.
Zack and I and Amarish, who's interpreting, are telling this class about life in an English school. They couldn't believe it when I said we mucked about in class sometimes. Out there, it's a total privilege to be at school. For them, education can literally be the difference between life and death. We loved their singing. All the children at the school also get lunch, healthcare and a cool uniform. Lunchtimes are well hectic, as you can see. The old people love to hang out and watch the children eating and having fun. It was so generous. One girl offered to share her food with me and Zack, even though it was probably the only meal she'd get all day. Zack's football club from back home, the Highdown Saints in Littlehampton, had donated over 40 football shirts and 30 balls. We gave most of the project's youth club there, but gave the rest of the balls away to kids we met on the streets. On Zack's last day, we played a final game in front of a packed crowd. They asked us to be captains, and I shared my Astros with a lad who turned up in a pair of enormous flip-flops. Zack's team were lucky to win 4-3. We had a sure goal disallowed by a dodgy ref, and their keeper denied me with a point-blank save when I only had him to beat. He only had one shoe as well.
Come on, Con!
They really are nuts about the English Premiership teams, although Zack didn't come across any West Ham fans, and I certainly didn't see many Leeds shirts around. Most of the lads we spoke to supported Man United, Chelsea and Liverpool, so not much changed there then. It was a great game of football and a wonderful experience for us all. When we told them at the end that they could keep the shirts, they went do lally loo. Big thanks to High Down Saints. Shows that with a little thought and imagination you can make such a difference. An important part of the project generates income and provides employment for many local people. Zack wasn't really asleep here, it's what he looks like all the time. His dad, Paul, had a go on this loom, but he was rubbish. This lady was making a basket which had taken her nearly 2 weeks. She'll get about 80p for it, which, believe it or not, is a pretty good wage compared to what most people earn. She had really leathery hands, because working with dried grass all day soon toughens them up. These ladies were preparing the school dinners. I thought they were going to add a slice or two of their own fingers into the recipe they chopped so quick. Check out the bread making and the open ovens.
Turn it around and do it. Put a self on it. Okay.
There is a 5-star Sheraton hotel in Addis. Apparently uses a quarter of the city's electricity and a fifth of its water. It made us all feel very angry. Compare it to a house in the slums where 80% of the people live. One person said to us that there's money coming into the city now, but that the rich just get richer whilst the poor get even poorer. This was one of the lucky families. Their house was a lot nicer than most. They got rebuilt by IHA UDP because they were one of the poorest families in one of the worst homes.
Yeah, it's cold at night. We will tell them.
35,000 people were made homeless when they built this place, and they're only a third of the way through the building. We had an amazing time. They taught us far more than we could ever give to them. We can't wait to go back.